Okay, but how do I get the good augments? Well, you just gotta keep trying. Keep trying? Yeah, I don't know. I just swing the hammer randomly every time and different things happen. So more resources? Exactly! But how do I do that fast? How should I know? I'm just a blacksmith. Ladies, gentlemen, and masters of all ages, with the title update that we recently had added to Sunbreak, we gained the addition of Qurios Crafting, which in essence is just augmenting for both our weapons and armor. The weapon augments are relatively set in stone, easy to work out and understand, and the only thing stopping you from achieving them is getting the required monster parts once. The armor augments are a little bit more complex, involving a lot of RNG, and getting what you want could take a near endless amount of time unless you get particularly lucky, and the driving force of this system is materials. As such, while you cannot exactly control the RNG of the system to make you get what you want faster, you can get all of these materials faster so you have more chances at this system within a smaller amount of time. And so today, I'm here to answer a simple question. What is the fastest way to get materials to use in the new Qurios crafting systems? Well, as you may have guessed, the anomaly investigations are the key. But as for how to get the materials the fastest, it sort of depends specifically which materials you are looking for. There are monster parts that only drop from higher level investigations, and these parts cannot be gotten from the regular anomaly quests. These are required for weapon augment crafting, and you can only get them from hunting matching targets. For example, a monster that in the normal anomaly quest would normally drop afflicted scales will be the source of afflicted scale plus at higher investigation levels. So if that is the material you're looking for, that is the type of monster that you should aim to fight. For help with this, on every investigation it actually shows you your main rewards to expect on the side, and this will help you find which ones give which materials. As far as in the quest, you get these materials as a reward for completing the quest, but you also are able to get more of them from two separate sources within the quest itself. The first is from part breaks. Every time you break a part of an anomaly monster, you have a chance to get another afflicted part in the reward screen, including the upgraded material unique to investigations. As such, a skill like part breaker can be extremely helpful, but generally speaking, given that the anomaly quests in general focus around rotating various parts of the monster with glowing effects that pop for tons of damage when you hurt them enough, the quests already push you towards breaking parts in the first place, but part breaker will still help.
We take it apart, piece by piece.
On top of that, every time that you carve a monster, it has a chance of dropping these materials as well. This includes carving tails, which are already a part of the part breaks I mentioned before, but basically this is to say just make sure that you carve the monster every time that you finish the quest, regardless of whether you need its normal materials or not. On top of this, if you feel particularly confident enough to use a high rank piece of headgear, and you have managed to complete the gargantuan feat of defeating every high rank arena quest with every weapon option available, you'll have the Feather of Mastery headgear, a high rank armor piece which gives you a skill worth an extra carve on every quest. As well, there is the Triple Rose Dango food option that gives you the same effect. Through this, you can get more out of the same materials needed for weapon augmenting from less monster kills. That said, those aren't what you're going to be wanting millions and millions of, though they are important as well, which is why I went over how to get more. What you really want, though, are the Amber Essence and variations of it, the things that you can use to roll armor augments on repeat. And how do we get these, you ask? Well, quite simply, these items come as rewards at the end of anomaly investigation quests, but there aren't really any ways to increase the amount that you get from a quest by your actions within the quest, but the trick to getting more of these is simply to do higher level anomaly quests. The higher level your investigation, the more essence you will get, and once you reach certain thresholds, you'll get higher rarity essence as well, which is worth exponentially more points as you go up. So essentially, in the short term, if your goal is essence, just do the highest level quests that are currently available to you. In the long term, your goal to achieve maximum essence farming is actually to get the highest research level you possibly can, so you can farm larger quantities of higher rarity essence per quest. So let's move this conversation a bit to the side to how to farm anomaly research points as quickly as possible. Every monster is worth a set amount of research points depending on its investigation level and difficulty star level. So a higher star level monster will be worth more than a lower star level even at the same investigation level. On top of that, part breaks are worth small amounts of points, and gathering from afflicted gathering points are worth small amounts of points as well.
Oh, don't forget to check under the plants.
The part breaks you should be doing anyways, as we've already talked about their value, and gathering points you should just grab as you pass them, but they don't give you a massive amount, so I wouldn't recommend going out of your way to scour the map for these over finishing the quest faster and getting into another one. Another thing that may not be immediately obvious unless you watch your points go up at the end of every anomaly quest is that investigations that have negative modifiers actually increase the points that you get as well. For example, if a quest has a lower time limit than normal, it will multiply the base points price that the monster is worth for by a significant amount. On top of this, there are also the research requests. Whenever you complete an investigation that matches your current anomaly research request, it will be worth 1.5 times the amount of points. So let's say you have access to 5 different investigations at the exact same level. One is an A2 monster, one is an A3 monster, one is an A3 monster with a lower timer than normal, one is an A3 monster that is a research request, and then finally an A3 monster that both matches your research request and has negative modifiers to the quest as well. This is the exact order in which they will reward points. The A2 monster is worth the least, and the A3 monster that is both your research request and has negative modifiers is worth the most by far. All this to say, these are the things to look out for if you want to raise your anomaly research level as quickly as possible, which, if you want as much essence as possible, you do. Because again, the only real way to get yourself more amber essence per quest is to do harder quests, higher level quests, and the only way to unlock these quests is through raising your anomaly research level. Essentially, the system all works together to fuel itself. It rewards you for playing the game, it rewards you for following objectives, and it rewards you for taking more challenging quests. Overall, it sort of depends what you're after. For weapon augmenting materials, you want to focus hunting the right type of monster to get the drops that you're after. Break off as many parts as possible, especially carvable ones like the tail, and make sure that you carve the monster at the end. When it comes to armor augment materials, you want to just do the most challenging, highest level investigations that you currently have available, while also doing your best to reach higher investigation levels so you can do even more challenging investigations afterwards, which will in turn give you more rewards. This system isn't really meant to be gamed or cheated in any way, it's actually quite straightforward. Harder monsters, harder quests, more rewards. Aside from that, the only other way to get more rewards quickly is simply to kill the monsters faster, as if you can complete more quests in shorter periods of time, you will obviously get more rewards overall. An easy way to do this is to take advantage of the way that quest searching works for anomaly investigations. The system is almost back to Iceborne levels of goodness. You can search for specific monsters at specific levels within a level range, or even just random monsters within a level range, but all in all, you can use this to hunt down targets that you want to fight at a difficulty levels that are right for you in a multiplayer party. And unless you just have someone hunting with you that is weirdly bad at hunting, multiplayer hunts will generally just be easier and faster than solo hunts. More ways to lock down the monster, more damage to various monster parts, making it easier to break parts so your specific weapon may not be great against, and more targets for the monster to choose, making it easier for the other 3 players to consistently deal damage while the one targeted player is dodging. Generally, it really is that simple though. I've already said it, but I feel like I need to say it again just to drive it home. If you want the most materials possible overall, all you have to do is get higher anomaly research levels as quickly as possible, hunt the hardest monsters that you have available, hunt the ones with negative modifiers if you have the choice, hunt in multiplayer, break as many parts as possible, gather from anomaly research gathering spots if you happen to pass them, and make sure to carve the monster at the end. This loop will result in getting the most weapon augment parts, the most anomaly research points, and the most monster essence, as well as to fuel your armor augmenting. It really is that simple. What are your thoughts on Qurios crafting system so far? Are you enjoying getting up the ranks of anomaly investigations yourself? Like if you like the video, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, stay sweet. Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.